Welcome to a Monday matinee at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, where today we will begin race 5 of 36 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for running the Fulton Honor QuikTrip 500. A couple of probably the biggest storyline heading into today is Chevrolet has started the season 4-0 in the manufacturer department, with Ryan Preece winning in a photo finish at Daytona, Kurt Busch finding the right opportunity when the leaders crashed on the last lap at Vegas, followed by a photo finish at Fontana with Alex Bowman, and the bump and run at Phoenix on Denny Hamlin. Can Dylan Murray go 3 in a row? Will Chevrolet extend their streak to 5-0? We'll go ahead and find out. Probably the biggest key to this race, what makes this track so unique, is when it was reconfigured in 1997, it earned a reputation for being the fastest racetrack that wasn't Daytona or Talladega. As the years went on, the surface began to age and wear and provided some very unique side-by-side racing in the corners, very unique multi-groove racing, and some pretty chaotic restarts. On top of that, we also had some great finishes over the years as well. The classic with Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick in 2001, just 3 weeks after Senior's death. Jimmy Johnson getting his 76th career win. Or my personal favorite being Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson battling on a Tuesday for the win. Some of your older fans might like this one. Dale Sr. got his second to last win in a photo finish over Bobby Labonte. Could we see a finish similar to this tonight or today on this Monday morning? Let's go and find out. We had a bit of a shock on Friday afternoon qualifying as Eric Almirola won the pole and Ryan Newman started 7th. There's your 3 stories of the race. Martin Truex will join Eric Almirola alongside. Pace car is off. We're racing in Atlanta. Eric Jones is really squirrely in turn 1. Austin Dillon had to get out of the gas to avoid running into the back of him. Dylan Murray was able to take advantage of that and then some, as he's going to set up the hometown boy for 5th, as Logano is really loose in the middle lane. Who will lead the first lap? Almirola by a nose. Truex gets the edge going into turn 1. Almost 3 wide for a moment between Keselowski and Almirola. Keselowski's going to follow through. He'll be almost side by side with Martin. Martin clears them both going down into turn 2. Keselowski now tries to look into the low side for the lead. Can't quite clear. And how about this? The hometown kid, Chase Elliott, grew up in the Georgia area. Big fan of the Georgia Bulldogs. Bit of an early homecoming in this season for him, as him and Bill Elliott grew up in the Dawsonville area, which has been known for a tradition in recent years that anytime Chase won a race, the Dawsonville pool room will go off. Chase Elliott had a great car in practice yesterday before showers. Well, whatever was left of the practice session, as Keselowski's going to give Dylan a shot coming out of 2. He's side by side with Martin going down the back. Dylan will take the lead going into turn 3. Anyways, Chase Elliott was practicing yesterday after the conclusion of the truck race. Whatever little practice session that they did get before showers came, and rained the rest of the night. Rained all day yesterday in the Atlanta area, which forced the postponement of today's race to Monday. He said he's got a good car. He's very excited about racing here. Typically, ever since he started, Atlanta hasn't really been particularly bright for Elliott in his Cup career. Considering he only raced there once, maybe twice, back in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He raced there in 2014 for Junior Motorsports, the year he won his first title. And he also raced there in 2015 as well, when it moved from running in the hot summer in the South to the second race of the year after Daytona. Meanwhile, further back, Joey Logano has moved into the second spot, a little over a second and a half away from the lead. Dylan Murray got away from Keselowski, and Keselowski actually got really loose there. He's fallen to fourth. Again, we kind of mentioned this in the race overview, how abrasive this track is. There's a lot of bumps. Some of you probably saw this on the initial start, is the bumps can really very easily upset your car. And with how abrasive this is, it'll grind these tires like sandpaper. It'll smooth them out, which means within about 15 or 20 laps, you're going to see drivers probably head to pit road before the stage ends and start screaming for tires. Or if it even gets to that point. It probably could if it keeps up. Meanwhile, out front, Dylan Murray is pulled away from Logano by almost 4 seconds now. He's running a almost Kevin Harvick-esque line around the racetrack. Harvick is a pretty big bottom feeder historically when we race here. He usually keeps that car right on the bottom line. And for him, he usually likes to run his car, set up his car to right around the bottom, while you got guys like Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick who usually like to hang their car kind of out by the wall there, which can be sketchy, but if something were to go wrong, you're only going to kiss a wall, versus if you're riding on the bottom all day, if something were to go wrong, you're going to pound the wall. You're going to punch the wall like Jericho punched Shawn Michaels' wife. That's how hard you're going to hit it. Already starting to catch some lap traffic here. We're about halfway through stage number 1. You can probably call it halfway. Probably rip the throttle off 2. Down the back. And Dylan Murray already sees lap traffic in his windshield. And we could see some cars probably come down to pit road by the time this is all said and done. Look at Dylan's right front. He's really borderline upset, so he's going to have to pit. Pit this time, bud. Pit this time. Pit. Oh, we got a car on pit. Some cars already are pitting. Ooh, spin! What a save by Dylan Murray. Looks like he goes to pit road and will give the lead to Joey Logano on this set of stops. Several cars already on pit road. Denny Hamlin looks like it. Eric Jones as well. Eric Jones was wicked loose on that initial start. Truex is also on pit road. So it looks like Gibbs cars are playing a strategy here. Didn't see anything from Kyle Busch. And Dylan comes out with the 19. As we're halfway through stage one. And it looks like the Gibbs cars tried playing the strategy game as everybody came down pit road that time. Which means Matt Kenseth is the race leader. And he's going to pit. Dylan Murway is going to unlap himself. And the caution has come out. This could get interesting. Is look at the names that are a lap down. You got Truex, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, William Byron, Alex Bowman's a lap down, Clint Boyer, David Reagan, Austin Dillon, and Denny Hamlin might be the reason for the caution. So all but everyone else stayed out. So this means the restart looks like Matt Kenseth actually called an audible before the yellow came out. So this means he's leading on this restart. 7 to go in the stage. Dylan Murray trying to make up all that lost time. As he basically did some squeeze play to get by all those cars. And get by Blaney in the 12 for 11th. There's 6 to go now. 3 wide for probably 8th. Johnson trying to get by 2 of them on the outside. He does. Murway and Elliott trap Stenhouse in the middle, 3 wide. And I'll get 7th to him. He's going to race with Kevin Harvick for position. Now we're seeing reports that it looks like Denny Hamlin is going to retire from this event due to a crash off of turn 2. Meanwhile, up front, Joey Logano and Eric Almirola starting to pull away from this battle for 3rd. Johnson's held up behind 2 roadblocks. Where does Jimmy go? And a little bit of a shot into the middle into turn 1, 3 wide for 3rd. Kenseth almost closes the door on him. Murray with looks like him and Johnson are teaming up to get stage points. But great run today so far in this stage. So it's Logano, Almirola, Johnson, Murway, and Kenseth, the top 5. Jimmy Johnson in his final full-time season. He's definitely no stranger to success here at Atlanta. Arguably one of the greatest drivers to do it in this series, being one of 3 to earn 7 championships. And he would love to have a Peyton Manning-style retirement, going out on top. Putting together runs like this with a completely rebuilt team all throughout 2019 could do just that. As they make their way through 3 and 4, Joey Logano will see the white flag in stage 1. Dylan Murway, pretty squirrely. He's almost like he's trying to follow Jimmy's line. In fact, him and Jimmy actually worked together in the practice session yesterday before it was interrupted by rain on how to run lines. Him and Jimmy went out together, followed each other, pretty similar to what they're doing now, just to get around this joint. As that will be stage 1 here at Atlanta. Joey Logano wins the stage. Jimmy Johnson, Dylan Murway, Eric Almirola, Matt Kenseth, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, BJ McLeod, and Christopher Bell will round out the top 10. Denny Hamlin was checked and released from the infield care center after crashing in stage 1. So we get set for the restart. Pit stop issues for Dylan Murway kind of held him up there in stage. We start stage 2, green flag. Ooh, contact there. Murway got into the 17 of Buescher. Now 2 Fords team up, 2 Legends in the top 5. Kenseth drops down low. Try to look down on the 10. Murway goes to the bumper of Jimmy Johnson. Oh, contact. Oh, what a save. Murway and Johnson get together off of 2. They ended up saving that. So now we got a group of 8 breaking away from the field. Harvick and Buescher battling hard for 6th. Out front is the 22 of Joey Logano. Leading, he's led most of the second half of stage 1. As Jimmy Johnson has taken 2nd from the 10 of Eric Almirola. He's got a rock. I look for Jimmy Johnson to possibly continue Chevrolet's undefeated streak this year of races, because they've won the first 4. And Jimmy Johnson will set his sights on the 22 of Logano. Almirola comes back down low. Thinks better of it, falls in behind the 48. Almirola trying to go underneath Jimmy. Murway crosses down low. Nearly 3 wide for a sec. Johnson gets 2 of them. Now Murway's back to the bumper of the 48. Now he's going to try to set him up side by side for 2nd. 18 to go. Oh, contact with Murway and Logano. They straighten it out. More contact as well. Looks like Jimmy's going to return the favor almost to Dylan. Or he tried to, but he can't quite get to him. Looks like they're going to the high side. Jimmy looking for another lane. To go, and looks like he can't quite get there. He can move Dylan back to the point here at Atlanta. Side by side coming off of turn 2. Murway pinching Logano all the way to the inside. Johnson forcing the needle 3 wide for the lead. Logano takes it back. Johnson falls in behind the 22. And here comes Johnson to the low side. And look at this. The 48 car back into the lead here at Atlanta. Almost like a certain someone took the lead. Oh, Logano almost got Dillon off of turn 4. That was a little sketchy. All right, let him. I cut him a break this time. Next time he's going in the wall. You can see Logano not happy with that decision. As you saw, Dillon got a little sketchy with Logano. Came up and almost got him off the corner. So we have 3 cars under a blanket for the lead here at Atlanta. And Murway almost spun that one. They're side by side for second. Logano and Murway. Oh, into the wall goes the 5. Can he save? What a save for the 5. Looks like Logano's going to try to take the lead back from Jimmy. And he'll probably do that here coming off the corner. Side by side for the lead. Incredible racing here in Atlanta. Johnson has the lead. Who will take it back in turn 1? And the caution's out again. Brennan gone for the problem, it looks like. They don't have replays, so it looks like Brennan Gaughan might have a little blown up. Pace car is off for another restart. Ty Dillon has made his way into the top 10. Green flag. Even start for Johnson. Logano barely pulls ahead going in turn 1. Here comes Busher on the low side. Chase Elliott trying to team up with the 5. Up the track goes Busher. Look at this. Chase Elliott trying to push the 5. 9 to go. That's Truex trying to make it 3 wide for position. Busher, how about this? Chris Busher in the 17 teamed up with the 5. They're trying to go to the front. Busher is on that bumper. Oh, this got sketchy. Busher just forced him into a 3 wide situation. Oh, contact. And another big moment for Jimmy. Here comes Truex in the 19 to try and take 4th away from the 5. Truex goes with Dillon. Remember, those two fought hard at the last intermediate track we were at. And that ended up with both of them wrecking on the white flag. Great racing here in Atlanta. Norway's going to drop in behind the 19. Do they have enough time to run down Logano? Oh, contact. Oh. Around goes the 48. Keeps it straight somehow. We stay green. Tough break for Johnson. was running so strong in this race. He had a fast car all day, and now Johnson's going to have to make up all that ground. Here comes Dylan Murray trying to team up with the 9 of Chase Elliott. And Elliott's going to get the 17 on the high side. Take position. It's probably not going to be enough time to catch Logano. Busher trying to look at Dylan making it 3 wide. Oh, Elliott into the wall. Caution has come out for something. Debris somewhere, I think is the word. And this will end stage 2. And somehow Jimmy Johnson got really lucky in getting his lap back. They're not going a lap down. Kurt Busch with another problem. I think. Somehow Kurt Busch fell way back. Meanwhile, we're going to begin the final stage. Joey Logano and Martin Truex are on the front row. You know, those two have a history. Green flag is out. It was Kurt Busch that spun out on that last yellow. He did not hit anything, but we got a problem here on the backstretch. Matt Kenseth gets turned around. They stay straight. Meanwhile, up front, Joey Logano has dominated today's race. Almirola is there to challenge. Martin Truex waiting in third. There's Dylan Murray trying to run down that ground that he lost. There is an announcement regarding the NASCAR Heat 5 playthrough. Earlier this year, you probably saw the video that I am joining Rumble, which means this channel will be unaffected. It will continue as normal. However, if you were interested, you can see pretty much all the same content, plus some different content to be determined at a later date, moving towards Rumble. Some of the races from this playthrough will also be seen on Rumble. Regarding the truck side, it'll be 3 races that I selected. Xfinity will have 4 races be shown on Rumble as well. And the Cup Series part of this playthrough will have 5 races shown on Rumble. Those will be revealed at the end of this race. I set it up to where any video that I do upload can also be seen on Rumble, because there's an option to sync both your Google accounts and to your Rumble for those who are interested. It's free. It's also a lot easier to monetize if you want. A lot less of a pain in the ass, definitely, regarding that. So there's another important announcement regarding this playthrough. Certain races will be shown here and on Rumble. There will be 3 truck races, 4 Xfinity races, and 5 Cup races that will be shown on both here and Rumble. Meanwhile, back in the race, Eric Almirola has just fallen backwards, and Dylan Murray is going to push Martin Truex to the point, break some ankles, and take the lead in turn 1. move the 5 to the points. Logano and Martin side by side for second. Got a couple cars on pit road. Looks like Kurt Busch is one of them. The other one is Brendan Gaughan. Now, depending if this goes caution-free to the end, we could see a round of green flag stops come probably the next 6 or 7 laps, give or take, or 4 or 5 more likely. Depending on how this race plays out, Dylan Murway has taken the lead back from Logano, who has dominated much of today's race. And Logano takes second away from Truex in the 19. Logano in the 22, he's moved to second. I already seen reports. Looks like the other car that is on pit road is the one. It is a black car, predominantly black, of Kurt Busch. He was the reason that we had that stage end. Really surprised they didn't wave the yellow for Matt Kenseth spinning in front of traffic like that. I guess he was able to get going. At least with and the caution comes out. Regarding Jimmy Johnson's slide earlier, he's able to get back going. As Brad Kay is around. And that was almost big. Dylan Murway slowed for the caution. Keselowski backed up and almost got clobbered by the 5. Alex Bowman has had some problems today. That was almost scary. For the 2, pace car is off. Now I think if they get another caution, they're pretty much good to the end regarding fuel and tires. Green flag back into the air. Big gaggle going into turn 1. Here comes Logano on the low side. There's Truex back there in second. How about Chase Elliott? He could mix things up, and if Dylan has a problem, Elliott has a great shot at continuing that Chevrolet streak. Truex tries to take the lead. Murway goes down low. Elliott isn't able to go with him. Doesn't have the momentum. 4 cars fighting for the lead late here at Atlanta. Truex gets a little loose. Side by side. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 2. Logano takes advantage on the high side. Eric Almirola has had a very fast car today. Oh, Logano. Oh, that was almost big. What a save. Murway almost gets turned by the 19. Oh, Kyle Busch nearly got on into the 5. Looks like Kyle Busch trying to have a little bit of momentum to push the 5 back to the front. Here comes Dylan to try and team up with Truex. We'll see how this goes. Four cars, one group, within a second and a half of each other. But can anybody stop the dominance of Joey Logano? And there's reports that Alex Bowman has retired from the race with a motor issue. He is done for the afternoon. And it's partially might be what led to Keselowski's spin earlier. That brought out that last yellow. So I got 4 cars in one group fighting for the race lead late in this race. 13 to go. Now Murway's going to try to team up with the 10. And we've had some wild moments to start this year. We had 2 photo finishes in the first 4 races, the leaders crashing on the last lap of a race, plus a late bump and run in Phoenix. I think we're fixing to see something great here. Amarillo looking down low. Murway is teaming up with the 10, so now you got 3 cars in one group. All with a great shot at going for the win. Amarillo tries to look down low. Murway with a huge head of steam on the bottom lane. Contact. Logano barely gets the lead. There's a huge hornet's nest of Fords surrounding the 5. A little bit of contact. Logano was mad earlier when Murway did that. I'm surprised Logano didn't floor it off a 2. He is not giving that. Murway is not giving that 22 any room. Where does Eric go? Does Eric go to the high side or does Eric go downstairs? Contact is made. Eric is teaming up with the 5. Murway all the way to the inside. He barely leads this lap. Oh, Logano into the wall. And Logano is out of it. Eric Amarola to the lead. Got 1 car on pit road. Unclear who it is. Looks like it's Clint Boyer with, he has reports of a loose wheel. Murway gets the advantage on the 10. Amazing racing late in Atlanta. Eric goes down low, crossover, a little bit of contact. 7 laps left. And 5 drivers all within 2 seconds. Oh, Murway gets the wall. Here comes the 10. Side by side at the line. 5 laps of racing to go. They're tied right now at the line. Amazing racing. Eric with half a bumper going into turn 3. They're all over each other. This is borderline short track racing here at Atlanta on a Monday afternoon. Everybody on their feet. Eric gets the advantage. Logano comes back. Oh, he almost turns him. There it is. There goes Logano. What is... Logano goes around. Still green. Truex is now up to second. Oh, and Kyle Busch with a save. What does Eric's tires look like? Now all they need to do is everybody couldn't make it on tires forever. 3 to go. Everybody pitting. Eric couldn't make it. And a crash. Eric takes the lead. Big cluster into turn 3. And there goes the 5. Truex takes the lead coming out of 2, it looks like. After those pit stops. And it looks like, barring anything major, and around goes the 73. Keeps it straight. We stay green. I believe Martin Truex may have started the white flag. Truex is on his last lap. Late race pit strategy. Truex playing his cards right. And Bubba Wallace almost gets spun on the front stretch. And out of turn 2, Martin Truex on his way to breaking Chevrolet's streak. Chad Fincham goes around in turn 3. And a big crash behind them. Martin Truex has won the Bolts of Honor QuikTrip 500, upsetting Chevrolet's streak of 4-0. Eric Almirola, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Newman, and BJ McLeod ran out the top 10. Looking through the rest of the field, you got Ryan Blaney, Ricky Stenhouse, Christopher Bell with a nice run, Tyler Reddick. Joey Logano led the most laps today and ended up 16th. And then you got Corey LaJoie with a solid run. Look at this. This should have at least been a caution because Kenseth was in front of a lot of cars. Jimmy Johnson hit a nice rebound after spinning to get back on the lead lap. Brad Keselowski didn't have a great day. He spun. After Alex Bowman blew a motor, William Byron struggled. Eric Jones, Matt Kenseth had some issues. Austin Dillon didn't have a good day. Clint Boyer could not do wrong right today. Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, and Denny Hamlin were the drivers that retired. Kurt Busch and Denny Hamlin were both due to accidents, and Alex Bowman was mechanically related. And the crash that occurred on the last lap between Chad Fincham and Quinn Houff, both drivers are okay. They were released from the care center just a few moments ago. So Martin Truex is able to upset Chevrolet's 4-0 run to start the year, become the first non-Chevrolet driver to win this season, and put his ticket in the playoffs early. Drivers of the race: Dylan Murway had the fastest lap. Logano led the most today. Daniel Suarez started 31st. He had a nice run today. And Kurt Busch started strong, but a mid-race crash relegated him to a 39th place finish. Next week, regarding tech, we'll be at the Lone Star State, Texas Motor Speedway. Friday night, beginning at 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll have the NASCAR Gander Outdoor Truck Series Vancouver 350. Saturday, beginning at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, NASCAR's Xfinity Series My Bariatric Solutions 300. And Sunday, beginning at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, will be the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 from Texas Motor Speedway. Great racing today. Late race drama and pit strategies. Even Eric couldn't hold on forever with tires and fuel being such an issue. So this means Martin Truex was able to pass Eric Almirola late on pit road and end up getting his first win of the year. So another triple header weekend, this time in Texas.